You guys are
Well,
going to be meeting at the Dragon Cocktail Lounge. It's a place that's famous for their imported whiskeys, and it's downtown in one of the lower sections of downtown. In my imagination, Seattle in the Sixth World is very much kind of a tiered city where there's sort of layers built on top of each other. And so if you go down to the like lower, deeper sections, where it's never really sees the sunlight and it's always kind of dreary because there's always water filtering down from 3 summers ago. That's where this place is. We're going to skip arriving at this place. Sometimes people kind of go through and have you describe how you're getting there, and we're going to jump straight into the scene where you all did your due diligence. You came early, you checked the place out to make sure no one was following you, and to see that it was not like an obvious ambush or a trap, right? And
Uh,
once you felt comfortable, that you would have been able to go in and tell the hostess there that hey, I'm here for a meeting with Mr. Johnson, and they would send you to one of the private booths in the back, which is playing some classic 2050s UCAS style jazz. And this is one of those places where the floor is never really cleaned. The table's been wiped down, but it's quite greasy. When you run your hands along it, it's a little bit slick still. There's not a lot of good light in here. It's quote unquote mood lighting, and it's sort of the kind of place that businessmen might come after a hard day's work and then get drunk and spend all night, being drunk here while they watch the urban brawls on the trids and sort of contemplate how meaningless their existence is. And you guys would have filtered in kind of one by one at your various times, found yourself around this table. Without being asked to, the hostess would bring you a number of little dishes, French fries that are way too salty and pretty soggy, a bunch of little soy sliders. They look like pulled pork, but you know that they're not pork, and they're tiny, about the size of like an Oreo cookie. And in the troll's hands, they're even smaller. And so let's go left to right. Have you guys describe yourselves? Any pertinent details you feel are relevant, and so forth. We'll start with you, Maggie.
all right. Maggie's a young human woman. She looks in her early 20s at best. She's got red hair that kind of comes down to her chin, a scrawny but athletic body that's marked with a lot of bruises and scrapes, and some giant fucking cyber legs. In the digigrade configuration, they're blocky and old, probably looking classic 2040 style. So not great. And she's also got a long metal tail that just kind of waves behind her.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What about Mr. Fence?
Pickett stands almost 9 feet tall. He's about 8'10" and 760, 780 pounds. He is a very well built troll. And he has fantastic hair and a beautiful tan. Not that he was ever in Cal Free on the beach, nothing like that. But he's a good looking guy. He's going to roll in, and he has kind of a swagger to him. Not necessarily the I'm better than anybody kind of swagger, but the one that says you really shouldn't mess with me. It's that very conditioned fighter sort of walk. But he will walk in and just look around the bar, just give a scan to the left, to the right, try to see if anybody looks like they're a problem. And upon seeing Maggie and her legs and tail, he's just going to mutter to himself, "Fragging cat girls are everywhere."
I guess it's Avi. Young, 20-ish, human male. He's wearing a coat, jeans, his hair shaved on the sides but sort of long on the top. He arrived sort of just a little on time, just a slight bit early.
All right. So Beast, yeah. So Beast is, in spite of the name, well, he's about 6.5 feet tall, so 1.9 meters. Weighing in just slightly over 100 kilograms. He's wearing a sleeping tiger and a long coat, complete with sunglasses and not a UCAS do-rag, but actually, if you look close enough, you'll see that it's a Texas do-rag on his head. He has no hair. And you see that, looking at his coat, you see that he's just kind of carrying himself a little larger than what he really is. So he just tries to look a little bit bigger, a little bit meaner. And he actually walks with a limp. So he's going to walk in and just grab a soy wiser at the bar, pay his cred, and just mention casually to the bartender that he's looking for Mr. Johnson. While he surveys the place, of course, he can't really perceive all that well because he doesn't have all the skill ranks in it. So he doesn't really notice. He barely notices Maggie with her leg.
All right, and last but not least, what about Hammerhaz?
Hammer is another huge troll like Pickett. Only instead of looking like a well-built troll, he looks like a troll who's definitely had some kind of work done, probably steroids. His skin is gray and looks like it's particularly rough, even for troll skin. He has two big horns that jut off the side of his head, straight to the side. His Argentum coat is just straight black, definitely black trench coat sort of style, and he's carrying a briefcase and nothing else. He arrives on a scoot that makes the entire Sirius ensemble look a little ridiculous.
Wait, we have two trolls arriving on scooters.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is wrong?
Why not?
There's actually
Fuck.
3 scoots out front in the parking lot.
Hey, let's be clear. Mine is an Echo Motors Zip. It is technically a hog, and that's why it is yearsed out. Okay, let's just be clear.
Hammers is like Scooty Puff Jr. It's sad.
Avery's is a little big for him. Like he actually has to stretch out his arms to hold the handlebars.
And he's just kind of got a low-grade glare that says, "Don't mess with me," but isn't quite to the "I'll fucking kill you."
You guys haven't been there too long. The one from across this bar, some kind of sleazy-looking guy gets up, and he pulls the bottle off the table that he's sitting at. He starts wandering in your direction. He's carrying a glass. Oh, hey there, guys. What's whiz tonight? Scoot on in. I'm Mr. Johnson. It's good to see you all.
Yeah, we'll kind of crowd into the trolls and try and make some room.
Hammer unfolds one of those specially made troll unfolding chairs from the complete Trog.
Nice.
Oh, thanks, Tremor. I love the booth. Then he'll slide it in next to you, Pickett.
Oh, hey.
He's got this faded and wrinkled blue suit with a little American flag pin, and his tie has been loosened, so it's not like cinched tight anymore. And you can smell the whiskey coming off this guy. The bottle that he sets there is labeled T-Bird Fuel. This stuff, it's imported from Cass. Treat yourself if you'd like.
So I rolled a matrix perception. Is there a white noise generator running?
There is.
Good. Covering our area?
Yes. You can tell that it's coming from the guy, and you didn't see him take anything out, so you think it's either built into a suit or possibly like as a piece of wear. You guys
Yeah.
enjoying the food? Then
Oh,
grabs
yeah.
a big can of soy fries.
Through open mouth chewing, Maggie's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah, this place is great.
Hey, cat girl, you got something on your face. I think it's one of those little soy burgers. It's sliding a little. No, over closer to the chin. There you go. You got
What?
it. You got
Wait.
it.
Wait, what?
It's okay. You got it. It's okay.
Yeah, they fry those in genuine 1% lard. That's what gives them the meaty flavor.
Good old lard burgers.
Mm.
Lard, little soy. You'll never notice the difference.
Makes it extra greasy. That's how they're best.
Trust me.
Yeah, you need those calories for fuel, right? And then she'll realize she was stopped looking at one of the trolls when she said that and kind of like, oh, look away.
Beast just kind of looks at everybody assembled around the Johnson. He's like, "Oh, looks to me like you got a hitter team that you're looking to do something with, huh?"
That's right. And time is going to be of the essence here. You guys smoke? Don't mind if I smoke. Then he'll pull out a cigarette and light it up.
Pickett will actually slowly reach over and take the cigarette out of his mouth. I would appreciate if you didn't.
Oh man, that was my last one too.
They got more behind the bar. It's okay.
All right, since it looks like we're kind of all business here, what do you need, Mr. Johnson, sir?
Well, I need you guys to hit this place, and there's a guy there who's employed. I want you to bring him back.
Wait, what do you
We're
want us
gonna-
to hit the place with? Like a car?
Oh, well, some kind
Probably
of gun.
us.
Yeah, that's right. You guys. I mean, you're probably as big as a car. I bet you could crash through the wall.
Oh yeah.
And this guy, he's not going to be expecting you, so you might have to knock him out or something. That's just part of the gig, you know. And they also, store things here at that place. So if you get a chance to, maybe move through the storeroom, and you could bring a special little box back, I'd really appreciate it.
What kind of box? What size? What's it look like?
Oh, it's a little small box. It's got a bunch of carvings on it. It'll probably be in a bigger box, right? To protect it. Maybe
Right,
one of
like-
those security boxes.
Like one of those Russian box doll things where you have like a box and a box and a box, and then you get to the last one and it's like got a joke and it's like, haha, I made you open a bunch of box, like one of those.
Maybe. It's one of them like fourth world artifacts, right?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, so don't open it.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't fuck with no magic.
Yeah.
So, I'm guessing. Hammer nods at Avi. He'll be able to see it glowing, basically.
I don't know.
Avi
That part.
sits there looking at him. Well, I guess. He himself is also a little confused.
I don't really do a lot with that mojo stuff.
But you seem to have the inside track on some kind of weird mojo thing.
Wait, so
but-
so wait. And Pickett will actually put his hands up, like covering the table almost with his big arms. So first I have to hit a building, and then I have to find a guy who doesn't know I'm going to be there, and then we're looking for some knickknacks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
you
should
don't
look
have
like
to
a-
hit the building.
Yeah, I
you
guess
can
that would
kick
be
it.
optional.
Like, does this dude or even this box, do they need any like special treatment? Does he have like a heart condition or whatever?
No, he's in pretty good health, or else he wouldn't be where he is.
Where he is?
Yeah, well, it's outside of Seattle.
I mean, that describes a lot of places.
I know, right?
All right.
Well, let me put it this way. It's in the. He kind of leans in conspiratorially, the southern hemisphere.
You
And which
like,
one are we
like,
in?
like Tacoma?
Oh God, we're all fucking brain dead.
You're not talking about Aslan, are you?
No, way more south than that. Although I guess you could go north to get there too. What with the whole rounder thing.
But I think that's
This-
a really long way around.
Wait,
Okay, hang on.
are we talking like
Wait,
penguins?
Wait, hey! I said wait, hey! Pickett's gonna
Hey.
pick up one of the last sliders. Okay, pretend this is the world, and we're this soy-sesame seed right here in Seattle. Are we going to the cheese, the meat, or the other bun?
Oh,
Are you going to
going
eat that
a
when you're
bun.
finished with it?
I think Maggie was going to eat that one.
No, it's fine. I'm full.
Or wait, there's a pickle on here. Or are we going to the pickle? Where?
No.
Where are we?
We're gonna be going to the bun, but we've arranged transportation for you, so you don't have to worry about that.
So Pickett will now pick up one of the greasy French fries and set it on the bun over the soy sesame seed. Okay, so the The soy fry is our transportation. Is it going to slide down toward the cheese, the meat, or the bottom bun?
I think what he's saying is, how far away are we from Sid Place?
Pretty far, about as far as you can go. We're
Oh.
gonna have to fly you there.
This is the land of ice and snow.
It'll be cold, but we thought of that. So we've got some stuff for you
Oh,
that,
you got-
that should make the job a little easier, and then you guys are gonna get to keep that said stuff afterwards.
You mean like a campfire? Are we going camping?
So
Now we can get you pretty close. Well, maybe a day's walk or so. Depends on the storm.
Abra just lets out a long, drawn-out sigh.
Well, you know it's winter there right now, right?
Is that how that works?
Yes, it is, because in the southern hemisphere, all the seasons are like backwards or something.
How do they manage that? Is that some like magic shit?
No, it's due to the fact of the Earth's axial tilt slightly away from the sun. It just gets colder because it's like 100 more miles away from the sun.
yeah, it's like how water goes down the drain the other way in Australia.
What?
It does.
What?
I've seen.
No,
I've
no.
Seen,
No,
I've
you were,
seen
that was the
trips on
faucet.
that.
If the water's coming out, that's the faucet. The drain's where it goes down.
Anyway, so what were you thinking of, like, money-wise for this?
Well, I'll be honest. I don't have a lot of budget there, but this gear we're gonna give you, it's pretty pricey,
All right.
and I think you might find it useful someday.
so you have no money, and yet you can fly us down to, I'm gonna assume, Antarctica.
Well, these are corporate assets, right?
Yeah.
Sounds to me like you done screwed up.
He kind of looks at you and then shrugs.
So are we? And will lean in real close to the Johnson. That giant troll head with those big pointy horns just inches from his face. Are we unstealing something, or are we just first stealing something?
No,
We're
you're going
stealing
to extract a
someone.
target, and if you get the opportunity,
something.
yeah, you'll also nab something.
Oh, so the guy's important, and the box is just like a box. Okay. So the guy's important.
It's a bonus box.
Yeah, if you get the box, I'll throw some Nuyen at you all.
All right. So just can you like illustrate what kind of gear you're talking about, just so before we agree to be paid in it, we know it's more than, like, I don't know, half a box of Oreos.
Yeah, and I don't need like an entire pallet of AK-97s. Like
Oh,
that'd be
no,
great from an arms dealer.
We wouldn't give you direct like that. We're only dealing in top tier stuff, real fine equipment. Where you're going, it can be a little rough on regular equipment. So we were going to provide you with this sweet set of armor, so you can stay nice and toasty. And then if you get shot, you probably won't die.
I like that part. I like not dying. Because it kind of
Yeah.
hurts when you get shot. I mean, it does. Like, I've never been killed before, so I don't know how much that hurts. But I got shot
A lot.
Like, I got shot like 94 times once, and it, it kind of sucked. Like, it wasn't all that nice. Like, you see them in the movies and like on the Tridio, and like they get hit and they just go and then they keep running. No, when it hits, you actually say like, "Ow," and then you run because you don't want to get shot again.
Oh yeah, I totally experienced that in a BTL once. It was terrible. I never did that chip again.
So over DNI, Maggie's gonna be like, so I guess if they're giving us a bunch of like expensive equipment, they got at least a little faith in us, right? I mean, they're just they're investing the payment before they even get the thing, right?
Or they
Usually
can't get
the,
equipment out of the country.
Yeah, usually the market value for this kind of stuff would be somewhere around 15,000 new yen, but give or take a little,
All right.
So 15,000 each is what you're saying.
That's right. But in equivalents in goods, guns, ammo, that sort of stuff.
And what were you thinking for the box?
Well, we could scrape up a few thousand new yen per each of you.
All right. Just I I don't want to be that guy, but rent's expensive. Soy paste is expensive.
No,
That
I wouldn't know.
is-
I've never had the stuff.
You're missing
Oh.
out. If you go to Stuffer Shack, you can actually buy it in the little squeezy bags that have a cap, so you can close it. So like devil rats don't eat it if you leave it out. But it's it's better if you get the flavor packets to go with it.
Oh, I'm more of a Freedom Burger kind of guy.
Hmm.
I don't think they sell those at Stuffer Shack.
No, they definitely do not sell any kind of freedom at Stuffer Shack.
That's right, because they're terrible.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they owned by the Azzies. Fucking Azzies.
I mean, everybody should be shopping at Kong Walmart. Like, they're a top tier kind of people. Quality stuff there.
At least not the Azzies. So,
I'm sorry, Mr. GM, with 3 hits on bars and clubs, do I know of any places in Seattle that actually serve Freedom Burgers?
Yes, you do. They're the Aries off-brand of McHugh's. They're generally considered significantly worse.
Oh, worse than
freedom
McKee's.
isn't free.
Hold on. I'm guessing Avery would know that too because he has 8 points. Oh, he has like 8. Yeah, he has 8 points in that. In Seattle bars and clubs.
Oh yeah.
He probably knows exactly how they're made in some bars as well.
Well, they're made in a factory about 2 years in advance, freeze dried and then frozen, and then shipped out and then fried in a soy paste as a whole
Avery-
burger.
Avery visibly gags when he mentions the burger.
Oh, I can see you like them too. They're great, aren't they?
Great's one word. I wouldn't call them that per se, but to each their own.
Man, when you've been out in the field for like 3, 4, 5 months, yeah, they're great. They're awesome.
As I said, to each their own.
So you guys all pretty happy?
I have a pretty good life. I'm usually pretty happy.
Over DNI, Maggie will be like, yes, this sounds legit.
So I imagine that, between bullshitting with the Johnson and kind of going back and forth about what the job is, that about 3.5 minutes or so goes by so that the search that I just popped up, the matrix search that I had my agent conduct, for what rating of insulation is adequate for Antarctica to put in armor. Tier 3
Oh
surge.
man. You need some pretty good stuff for Antarctica. Because it gets cold in the wintertime. In the summer it can be a little bit warm when all the ice melts. But wintertime is pretty cold.
So, like, rating 3 insulation is not enough.
Generally not.
All right. So, you want to pay us in gear. You know what? I just have to. It sounds good, that you're willing to pay us what you claim is about 15,000 new yen worth of gear, but we got to. When you say that you got 15,000 new yen, we know what 15,000 new yen is. Yeah, you said that you have a bunch of AK, you're not going to give us like a whole bunch of AKs, and you talk about, giving us proper gear for survival in Antarctica. I need to see a little bit more of what it is that you're actually offering us before I can sign on to this.
All right. Well, we got these top of the line armored suits. They're customized for the Arctic environment. You may have heard of them before. They're called the Arctic Survival Suit. They're made by Ares, and oh man, they are good stuff. We can get you ammo if that's something you're going to need, and more importantly, we got a number of guns which have been modified just for you to be able to handle the extreme environment that you're going to be in, because you don't want your gun jamming,
Oh
right?
yeah,
You go to blast a guy.
regular guns do that in the cold sometimes, don't they?
That's right.
Yeah, I saw that in a trid once.
So, since you're giving us all this shiny equipment, I don't know if any of us have ever been to Antarctica before. Are we going to have someone on the other side of the radio who we can be like, hey, there's a polar bear, what do we do?
No, we're going to drop you off. We got these wingsuits we're going to give you. And then we got these thermal insulated bags, so you can store all your gear without worrying about it freezing. Then we're gonna fly you out, and then he looks at his watch. Hopefully in the next 4 hours. And then when you get there, you do what you guys do, and he gives you guys kind of like finger guns. And then when you've got the guy, or maybe the box, you can go to this geotag, and your exit was going to be there.
All right. So you said 4 hours.
Yeah, I know it's kind of short notice, but there's a break in the storm, and we need to capitalize on that.
Oh yeah, I've seen those movies. I'm in. Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Who doesn't mind a little bit of cold? I'm in.
Better than this weather, right?
Yeah. I'll do it.
Great. I had good feelings about you guys. So he pulls out a little TRID projector. This pops up.
How long does it take to get something availability for?
Depends
it's
on the
not-
cost. Oops.
Yeah, it'll
2,000?
depend on the cost. Let me check.
I'm assuming
2
I'm
days.
getting snowshoes
2 days?
as well.
So no dice on that. Oh well. I was thinking about doing a rush order on penguin blubber on the orthoskin.
All right. Well, I guess we better get our shit together.
This is a map of where you're going to be going. We had some people do some legwork for you all. That way you guys could just go and do what you do. Then he gives you finger guns again.
Oh yeah, are we supposed to shoot people while we're there? Or is this...
Well, only if they shoot you first, right?
Wait, do they have to actually like hit me first and then I can shoot them back, or they just have to like shoot like at me?
No, they just need to start coming right for us.
Yeah,
And then
we're
self-defense at that point in time.
Look, I'm. If a guy looks like he's gonna shoot me, I'm gonna hit him.
this is why we're independent contractors. We're qualified to make these decisions on the fly.
That's right. I don't
Yeah.
I don't need to know what happens there. Just that you got the guy, and maybe the box.
And what do we get if we get the box again?
Actual hard currency.
How much?
It depends on the current market value and fluctuations.
You're going to pay us in UCAS dollars, aren't you?
Well, I can give you various corp script if you'd prefer.
He just laughs. New yen, please.
All right. Well, I'll see what I can do.
Hey, you said you're gonna fly us down there like in an airplane?
That's right.
No, with magic.
Hey,
With the levitate spell.
hey, I'm not saying I've ever been on a submarine. I'm just saying,
Oh,
uh,
I didn't think about that.
yeah.
Submarines don't fly.
Well,
No, that's how you're leaving.
well, no, you said like down in Australia, submarines fly because you're on the wrong side of the equatorial. So the submarines fly and the airplanes have to go underwater. That's why I'm trying to make sure if Look, I'm just trying to figure out what we get to do, okay?
He looks at the rest of you guys
Yes.
and goes, you guys understand, right? You can explain it to him on the flight.
I'll explain it to him. But this box, do you know any what it might possibly look like? Any discerning features?
Yeah, it's totally black. Like obsidian black. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. And then he kind of like hits another button on the TRID projector, and it changes to show you a very small box, the kind of thing you would store jewelry in, and it has all kinds of symbols carved into it.
So wait, so would they look a little magical, like sort of, because Avery has academic magical like traditions and theories, whatnot. So would he be able to discern any of them possibly?
Possibly. Go ahead and roll. And in this case, you'll make a magic theory roll.
And I actually do have a little bit of magic theory on the street level. So does one hit on magical theory street get me any info?
It looks vaguely hermetic, but some of the symbols on the side are definitely, well, you think maybe they're a language, but they're not a language that you recognize.
Okay.
Is
I've seen symbols like these before. A little familiar.
Yeah, it's some of the that fourth world Mojo Jojo, you know.
Yeah. If my mind does, if I cast my mind back a little bit, they are, some of them are hermetic. The other ones I can't really discern properly.
Well, as long as we're not doing anything to it, it should be fine, right? Just be careful.
Yeah, it's safe to handle so far as we understand, but you absolutely do not want to open it in any way, shape, or form.
Are like magic ghosts going to come out and kill a bunch of German people if we open the box?
Pretty much just like that.
Okay, if anybody opens the box, close your eyes.
I think that's a rumor the ghouls spread to make you close your eyes and get murdered.
Is
So-
there...
That's why you carry radar sensors on you.
So don't open it. Keep it closed. I'll hold on to if we find it. Be in safe
Alright.
hands.
We got this special box we can give you to store it in if you want.
If you don't mind. It'll probably save some of the more curious ones here from opening the box.
So, since you've gone and done all the intel, can you just kind of walk me through what each of these buildings are?
Yes, I can.
I'm
Well,
on
this place is in the it's in the Arctic, about 75 miles in, and it's owned by Centaur Mineral Systems. They do they're AA. They do a variety of research, mainly in mineralogy, but they're pretty big, so they get into everything, right? So that northern area, then he kind of pings the northern section of the map. That's where they do a lot of their maintenance. They'll have snowmobiles. The very most southern building that's not attached, that's a security building, and the fence there is absolutely electrified. And there's also a fence around the entire facility, which is itself electrified.
And I'm sure this entire facility is running all wireless security, right?
Well, there's not a lot of matrix out there, so what we've been able to learn is that most of their stuff is hardwired, and there's big old cables that run underneath the snow.
Do they,
Alright.
do they have any landmines?
Not that I've been able to tell. They're using in-house security.
Right. And since we're going to find out who the security company is, why don't you just tell us?
Well, they're armed Centaur security.
All right. So this thing here, I guess out of character. Is that a telescope in game or?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Oh, I thought that was a rocket.
And I guess the thing over here is like food, and the silos are also like a food thing.
Well, they do some kind of parabiological research there. Where they're trying to breed, some kind of weird plants, more nutritious soy and that sort of thing.
Corn that can grow in the snow.
All right, and those circular things up there.
Oh, those are storage domes.
Cool.
There's a chance one of the box will be in there, but we think that they're actually storing it in one of the main research wings.
All right. Do you know how many people are here? Like breaking down into sec people and science guys.
Yes. So he sends you a full list of staff.
Ooh.
You can tell pretty easily that there are 6 scientists here, and they've
How many security?
12 security, and one of them is awakened.
One of the security or one of the scientists?
One of the security. They got one of them mages. Apparently, there's all kinds of spirits that just wander around in the Antarctic. They're kind of hostile to people like ourselves.
Life.
Yeah. So yeah, they got a mage. We can confirm that the facility is warded.
Do you know what kind of stuff their sec guys are packing? Like, are there giant wolves roaming the Arctic? I don't I don't really know.
Oh yeah, they got some kind of paracritters there. One of their backups is dogs. You know, whatchamacallit, some kind of awakened dog. We've seen them on the satellites.
Alright.
So and they use them for sled dog, and if the weather's nice and the snowmobiles ain't working.
And the sec guys aren't going to be. Well, I guess this is the middle of nowhere. Are they going to have like rocket launchers and shit?
No, but they'll have small arms. We've been able to tell they've recently had a shipment and changed staff. So they've got a winter staff there now that's focused in on whatever the heck these guys do there in the wintertime. Which I'm sure you guys won't have to worry about.
They just rotated in, didn't they?
Yes, they did. So we know that they're using some kind of combination of a little bit of everything. We know they got a couple of high-powered rifles. They've got automatic rifles, and some of those guys have had shotguns too.
Do we know if this is the current amount of security? The current amount of security in there. There's no chance of possibly alerting more.
Oh well,
Like,
according
if
to
we,
their records,
like if we burn up a building and like catch everything on fire, like are they just going to send in like a plane full of people really fast, or is it just like they're kind of stuck with what they have?
no, they're stuck with what they have.
All
Good.
right.
At
Good.
least until the end of winter. Then they get rotated out for the summer.
I don't feel like spending an entire winter in the Antarctic, so
Oh no, we're given to understand that this is sort of a punishment for the security.
oh, so they're not the good, happy kind of security. They're the ones that will do quite terrible things to you. Is this what I'm getting from that?
Oh well, that won't be a problem for you guys.
Yeah. All right. So I guess since time is short, we better get our shit together.
Do
Hey,
you have
Yeah,
a
so
dossier
there's,
on the security personnel?
Say that again.
Do you have a dossier on the security personnel that are currently rotated in?
Yeah, we have a little bit of documents for you. They're not the full dossier, but it'll give you some of the basics.
That's fine.
Most of them are former CAS or UCAS Marines. A few of them are from various security companies, all unrated, of course, until they were recruited.
What's the building status
And now
like?
they're rated at.
Above ground, underground?
Oh no, it's above ground. Although with the storm, some of it may be buried partially.
The storm possibly could come in handy for slipping past things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know they got an underground level where they have some kind of a safe room, and they also do drilling down there.
Do
That's
what?
safe room.
Yeah, drilling.
like
Oh,
digging
okay.
tunnels.
Well, one of the things they do here is they take ice core samples. They also go and look for mineral deposits. Centaur made quite a bit of money a few years ago when they discovered a deposit of orichalcum, which is pretty hard to find these days.
That safe room is probably going to be where that box is held.
Yeah,
It
that
could be.
or it'll be sort of a panic room, But either way, there's few enough dudes here that if we get the jump on them, I think we can just take control of this place.
Yep.
Easily.
And
Yeah,
you don't.
we
Oh, sorry.
only care about Dr. Reinhardt. If you had to murder all of those people, it would be quite tragic. But tragedies happen in the Arctic all the time.
Oh, well,
Sometimes people are found in the snow with bullet holes. But that's just the natures of life in these days.
Yeah, that's just freeze.
Blizzard's cover tracks pretty quick.
Blizzard's also really good at hiding blood.
all right. I think I got everything. Oh, one last thing. What do they have any kind of drones going around? Because I know you said that it's mostly wired, but do they have anything like autonomous?
Nothing that we've seen on satellites, although attached to their fence is some kind of turret.
Ooh. Okay, good to know.
All right.
I'm sure it won't be an issue for you guys. I guess you should know 13. That's their main research wing.
All right. And that's probably where we're going to find our dude if he's at work. That or these little rooms.
That's what I'm guessing. Unfortunately, Centaur doesn't, do the minute-by-minute tracking of their personnel like a top-tier company would. So we can't be exactly sure of where they are at any given point. We do know that room area number 1, that's the entrance. We've only ever seen them go in and out of that entrance. So the other doors on this, other than the ones by the garage, our deckers were able to positively confirm that those are escape hatches. And if those get opened, it'll trigger some kind of an alarm. At least according to the blueprints that we found.
Cool.
Hold on, wait.
Right.
What'll trigger an alarm?
Opening the doors. The escape doors, that is.
It's like a fire door.
You
And-
might call it an ice door.
Avery just sighs with a grunt attached to the end of it.
Does that happen in the Antarctic? Is it just like you drop ice cubes and suddenly there's ice everywhere because it's so cold?
I think he was joking.
I mean, fire does that when it's hot. Like,
My God. All right.
It can be
If you're
cold enough
willing-
where you spit and it freezes before it hits the ground. Yes.
If you're willing to try, I'll give you the space.
Hey, how are we supposed to get back when we're done blowing this place up?
So if you go south from this facility, you're going to have to go about 15 miles, and then there's going to be a break in the ice, and we're going to have exfiltration that'll get you. Well, I mean, they won't get you, but they'll pick you up.
Yeah.
And
And
of
they'll
course, they
deliver,
have snowcats, right?
Oh well, it's actually going to be a submarine.
No, I'm saying.
Hey, I told
They
you a
have
submarine was
snowcats.
involved because we're going south of the equator.
And yeah, they have
it's a flying
snowmobiles.
submarine. So they got snowcats, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
So we've got a
and sled dogs.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, we know there's at least four that we've seen in satellites.
cool. Well, this shouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
Out of character, they're probably like cold hellhounds or something.
It's ice hounds.
August.
All right.
I'm gonna end up hearing someone say, "Well, I guess hell's really frozen over, pun, aren't
Oh my
I?"
fucking God. No.
Oh yes, it will definitely come out.
It's definitely gonna come out.
All right. It's probably not going to do me a lot of good, but I'm gonna go buy a survival kit before we fly to the fucking frozen center of the world or whatever. Where are we getting picked up from?
So we need you to go to SeaTac. You're going to go to hangar number 29. And here's a pass for you.
Oh, okay.
Get you through security.
So we're going to be good bringing our own stuff, right? We're not going to get like frisked or anything.
No. Just make sure you go to the special door on the south side of SeaTac. And he identifies a particular like security door on a map for you guys to go through, like a particular checkpoint. And just show him this pass. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Wait, so
Nice.
are we? I thought you said you were giving us the gear so that we wouldn't be frozen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to bring some of my own stuff,
And we're going to have to requisition some of that stuff for you. So if you let me know what you want in addition to the armor, we'll go get it for you. I highly recommend the cold adapted Ares Alpha.
Sounds good to me.
Hold
I
on, out
was really hoping for a cold adapted Yamaha Raiden.
out of character. Those the awakened dogs, could they be could I use magical threat to identify them? Or would that be parazoology?
No, you can make a magic threats.
Wait, did he say in character that he found that they were picked up on the satellite or no?
Right.
Alright, I might see if I can do that. Alright. So Avery tries to interject and ask if he could possibly get a better look at one of the dogs.
Oh, I have a real quick question, Worthington. What do they do for power?
Oh, they have a generator there.
Okay, like
The southern building here is the security, and also they have a generator there.
perfect.
Specifically, they've identified number 24 as being some kind of furnace or fusion generator or something like that.
Hmm.
Ooh, you're pretty sure that those are going to be Barghests. Based on the pure white fur, you recall that Barghests are a variety of English Mastiff, and they either have pure white fur or pure black fur. And they're particularly dangerous for their sonic attack.
It always freaked me out when I saw them in textbooks.
Oh yeah, they give me the creeps too.
Well, if that's what the critters we're versing are, then can't really fight against it. Well, we can easily. It's just a matter of not shitting your pants the second you
They
see
have-
them.
They have sound attacks. Should probably get some gear for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only thing is an implant, but I was thinking about that. Might be able to get it in 4 hours.
What's the cost?
2,250. So it is 1 day base, but it's availability 6. Oh, I'm sorry, base time 2 days, so probably not. Never mind.
Oh well, you could roll if you get enough hits. You
Oh,
would
hold
be able
on.
to do it, right?
Get it in used grade.
It would still be the same time
But
frame, I think.
availability is 2.
Oh my god. You know, you're
It's
right.
A lot of successes.
What is
I'll-
what is that? Is that like ear protectors?
Dampers.
Dampers.
Yeah. I think they're the only thing that really helps against sonic attacks.
Yeah.
So I will call up Greta real goddamn it. I don't think that's happening. Which brings it down to 12 hours. Worth a try.
You should roll your own negotiation
No.
and edge it. Get caught by the cops.
All right. It's not even illegal. All right.
We think you're looking for illegal gear.
Okay, how long would it take for us to find somebody with dampers in? We cut them out. They're technically used. Eh?
Stop talking about my ears.
I don't know. Let's start with this bar. Hey, one of you guys maybe go start yelling in people's ears and see how they react.
I think we'll manage.
I'm a professional. I don't start bar fights. I finish them. You understand
All
me?
right. So gear wise, this guy wanted to know what gear we wanted.
So he's going to supply you guys with the.
So what does 6 net hits mean? Does it divide by 2 to the power of 5?
All right, I think that'd be about 3 hours. So, depending on how quickly she can implant it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works.
The availability time covers the implant, and then you just need to heal.
Nice.
Well, how difficult is that? It's like
I
8
think,
hours
I think
flight.
0.1 essence is like maybe 1 box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a lot.
Oh, Yeah, that's not going to be a big deal then.
It's one box of physical, if I'm remembering right.
Oh yeah, actually, that's only going to take an hour and a half.
How many can he get? Hey,
Isn't it just one?
Guess it's up to Worthington. People usually don't buy more than one unit of cyberware at a time.
Yeah, well, that's only going to be for one. So you have your choice of getting either the Ares Arctic Forces suit, which will have some customization built into it, or the Ares Polar Sneak suit, or the Armored Cold suit if you really want to go. He can also get you Ares Alphas with any kind of customization you would like, and they will also have the cold adaptation.
Sounds good to me.
Can he get
He will
any,
get
any
you-
submachine guns?
Yes, as long as they're an Ares brand.
Oh man.
And you can fluff one of the other brands as an Ares brand if you so choose.
oh, then I want the Ares Raiden.
Wow.
Okay.
I'll take an Ares Vindicator if you don't mind.
So you said
So-
the cold. Oh, sorry.
He can go up to 15,000 for each of you in total amounts.
Oh, can I get that alpha with a personalized grip and like a laser sight? I don't know how to use a smart link. I would also accept smart link contacts.
Oh, we can totally put a laser sight on you.
Yeah.
Some of our guys like both, right?
Yeah, keep the hackers away. They ain't gonna waste their time on a laser sight.
Oh, you want a hollow sight too?
I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
It is. It's totally whiz, and these ones are the best. They're the greatest. You won't find a better one on the market.
All right. Yeah. Ha, suckers, all we gotta do is escape from Antarctica and we get our payment and don't have to do a thing.
We just have to say we've done it. Light a few fires on the outskirts so they can see some smoke rising, and then we'll be fucking fine.
It'll
Do
be
a
great.
flyover of
We'll
the
just get in
base.
their submarine. They'll ask if we have the guy. We'll say no. They'll dump us in the ocean.
Oh, and can I ask one more favor? Gas vent 3, please.
Yeah, I'll fill out the forms for you.
Thanks. It's hard to aim when you're holding the trigger down.
Oh, rock and roll is the best mode to use.
Yeah.
Hammer would like. Let's see. If we will they loan him ammo too?
Oh yeah, we'll give you 2 clips worth of
Two clips
something.
worth. It's basically comp.
Yeah, something non-lethal, right? So you don't accidentally kill the target.
Yeah, sure. Gel rounds, stick and shock. I don't care.
I'll take some of that stick and shock if you don't mind.
You got it, chummer. Then he gives the other person gel
Yeah.
because that's cheaper for them.
So I think we're good, right? That silence fills me with confidence. Let's do this.
Hammer asks also before we will leave from the initial meet if there's going to be any like restrictions on what sort of stuff he could bring.
Now the plane's pretty good. It's got to be pretty sturdy to fly in the weather, right? So I guess don't carry more than you can carry.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to be locked down in the snow.
Yeah.
I was considering whether I can actually bring my real ballistic shield or if I should stick with the briefcase shield. Have an excuse to bring my real ballistic shield.
Ballistic shield would be heavier, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, but we got trolls.
I
We
mean-
have trolls. It's fine. We have trolls. They make the best ballistic shields, apparently.
Well, I wasn't suggesting is that, but you know. Also, I can carry a bunch too.
By which I mean, yes, it may be heavy. I don't think that matters.
Yeah.
Perfect.